Hey there, Sorajai here. Were you also wondering, like me, how to make these very dark, fat techno growls that you hear in so many different dance music genres like techno, progressive house, melodic techno, psytrance? You know, this sound that goes together with the beat and it's like... And well, if you also did, then keep watching because this is what we're gonna do today. Okay, we start with an empty MIDI track and a MIDI clip, something rhythmical that goes like with some long notes and some more rhythmical notes. Then we want to pull up a wavetable from Ableton and go into So Dual 2. Also the other So Dual work, but I like this one. And then we want to enable unison. Classic is the one that works the best in my opinion. Dial up a bit the amount, and this is how it should sound like together with the loop that I made for this tutorial. It's okay, but it's a bit boring, right? It's always the same. How can we make it more interesting? So first of all, we can add another oscillator. Take another So Dual, for instance. Try to put it down an octave and decrease a bit the volume. Or if you want something more aggressive, you can put the white noise. A bit more dark and mixing it at taste. So the important thing at this stage is that this sound, when we mess around with the filter like this, it sounds more or less as a techno growl that we want to achieve. So depending on the sound you're going for, you might choose different wavetables. I like this one pretty much. So now we want to filter out the sub frequencies, not to interfere with our kick and bass. Something around 80 or 90 is good. And now fun part begins. How can we make this loop more varied and interesting and not boring? So we can record automation first. So I'm just gonna mess up with this like I did before. Record mode. And now all these automations have been recorded for the filter, frequency and the resonance, which is great. It's moving, but not enough in my opinion. So we can put an LFO here and map it to the release. Try not to make it go to 0, otherwise it will be silent at times. And then we want to put a random and add some smoothing so we don't have these jumps. And then we want to have it at a certain rate that we like. This is pretty nice, but we can make it even more interesting by mapping another LFO to the wavetable position. We can then go crazy and have another LFO modulating the other wavetable, for instance. And the reason why I'm opening another one is because then I can set a different rate. By putting in and out the other oscillator, you can have variation on the go, record this audio, and then manipulate it even further later. But before recording this sound, if you follow my channel, you know I love to commit to audio early on during my production. Before recording this, I would put a distortion for sure to make the sound a bit more aggressive. And then adding a chorus to the distortion so that our signal get distorted and then expanded. I love the ensemble mode and with a slow rate. I think I went a bit too high with the frequency. I'm gonna put everything down. By tuning a bit the range of the release LFO, we can have very different growls. A bit more staccatos like this, or a bit more long like this. And now it's time for reverbs and delays. I like to do automation for this, so that, for instance, this last part gets some delay, here a bit, and regarding the reverb, we can go like this, having then the long one being reverberated, and so on and so forth. And of course you can go crazy having other LFO mapped to other parameter of wavetable. For instance, this fold is quite crazy, but yeah, maybe a bit less. And of course, the more LFO you use, the more unique and unreproducible your sound will be, but you can still power it like this and let it perform while you change some parameters, for instance the amp. And then you have the audio file over here, and you can mess around with it, chop it, put it in the right places, and even apply more processing to this recorded sound. So I hope you like this very dynamic and customizable way of assembling a Techno GROWL generator. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check my Patreon page and check Copo Sound on the major streaming platform for whatever you can do to help my channel. It really helps a lot. And happy growling. See you next time.